Ever found yourself in a mind-boggling situation? The one where you're armed with facts, logic, and arguments, but no matter how hard you try, the other person just can't make a decision. You might be trying to sell a product or service, pitch your company to investors, or even discuss with colleagues about a project. You are trying your best to sway them your way, telling them all you know, sharing everything you know, everything you believe is essential for them to make the right decision. But the more information you share, the less convinced they become. They are still engaged, they are still listening, but they look confused or overwhelmed. Simply put, they now have so much information that they are in a state of analysis paralysis. There is too much information to process, and the fear of making the wrong decision because they haven't analyzed things properly is paralyzing them. Now, let's dive into a fascinating experiment conducted by the brilliant minds at Columbia and Stanford University. They set up a jam testing extravaganza in a food market to uncover the secrets of decision making. On the first day of the research, participants were allowed to test 3 different kinds of jam, just 3 flavors. On the second day, participants were offered 24 different jams, not 3, but 24 different flavors and brands. Guess what? People bought less jam on the second day than on the first. More choice didn't increase interest nor sales. One of the explanations is that there were too many parameters to take into account, and it made the decision difficult, too difficult. And it puts off people. It was like a jam overload. So what should you do when your potential customer, your investor, your colleague is going into analysis paralysis? Let's say you are warming up some milk on your stove and you see it's boiling, spilling over the pot. What would you do? Add more milk? Of course not! You'd remove the pot from the fire. But here's the funny thing. When we see someone hesitating, lost in a sea of information, we often think, hey, maybe I should bombard them with more facts to help them decide. The temptation to add more milk. But no, don't add milk. Remove the pot from the fire. When your potential client, investor, or colleague gets stuck in analysis paralysis, it's time to simplify. Remove alternatives, eliminate options, combine elements into one, make things easier for them. When facing analysis paralysis, we are in a cognitive overload, so we need to ease this to get to a decision. Remember, to get decisions made faster, don't add milk. Remove the pot from the fire. And if you need help, reach out.